Let's talk about real estate agents.
Yeah.
Just in this local area, there's almost over 5,000 real estate agents in the Temecula-Murrieta area. And so the few people that are going to watch this,
I hope it's a lot of people.
I hope it's a lot of people too. But let's say they are in real estate, they've been in it for a year or two, and they've survived, because real estate has an 88% failure rate within the first 2 years for real estate agents.
It's a tough business.
It
I don't
absolutely-
envy you.
Yeah, it's competitive.
People
for sure.
need me and call me. People, bounce around, and I want a house. I don't want a house.
Well, here's a great example, though, is, a lot of people are like, well, I'll just do for sale by owner kind of thing, right? Well, that's very similar to, well, I could just do TurboTax.
Right, exactly.
Okay, yeah, you could pay the $100 or whatever, but your knowledge and what I pay you on an annual basis saves me so much more money if I was trying to do it myself. So, just like real estate, if you want to go sell your house, in the negotiations process, I know how to push certain buttons to get the homeowner more money.
Right.
Right? And that's the same process for you. It's like, those little tax laws like, oh, John, you want to write this off or do this as a deduction and stuff like that.
Right.
So I just want to make that comparison. But let's talk about the real estate agent that's made it past the 2 years. They're just, let's say they're making $100,000 a year, but they're not incorporated. Can you take us down that path of maybe some of those advantages of why they should try to get an S-Corp kind of stuff?
I sure can, yeah. I hope I don't lose half the audience
Okay.
here. But
you make it exciting.
Yeah. So we'll just talk very generally. If you're making, let's say you're making net $100,000, so maybe you made $125,000, you wrote off $25,000, net of $100,000 profit, makes my math easy.
Sure.
You're going to pay roughly about $15,000 in self-employment tax.
Wow.
In addition to that, you'll also pay probably about $10,000. I call it regular tax or tax to the IRS, and you'll probably pay another $4,000 or $5,000 to California. We can help with that $15,000, that self-employment tax, by incorporating you. And so we spin it off into a corporation. Usually for real estate agents, that's an S corporation is most appropriate. And by doing that and putting you on payroll, you start paying into it slowly every couple weeks or once a month. You're paying into your regular taxes as well. And so we turn it on. We make it more turnkey for you guys. Because I do think that when it's automatic and systematized, it'll work and it will come out. But doing all of that, we can probably save you on average for someone who makes $100,000, about $11,000 after the payroll and all that stuff.
Wow. So for everyone that's like, oh, I can't afford to have an accountant and a bookkeeper kind of stuff, it's like, okay, well, that might be a cost of $1,000 or $2,000, but she can save you $11,000.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
phenomenal. That's a huge
I
savings.
hope that I'm not the cheapest. I don't claim to be the cheapest. Sure. I claim to be one of the best.
Yep.
But that the tidbits that I give you through education throughout the year and proactive tax planning, you get that 6 times my fees. Year over year over year. So I didn't just save you $11,000. I saved you $11,000 year over year over year.
And then also the opportunity cost, that $11,000 that we can reinvest back into our business for marketing to get more business kind of thing. So it just really snowballs into a positive direction. So again, folks, if you don't have a financial person in your corner, you are really losing a lot of money. So make sure if it's not Nicole, at least get somebody good. But I would highly recommend Nicole.
Definitely.